Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day so far. A little bit of a different video. I'm currently at my in-laws' house. It is still time to continue Apex Legends esports news, but I had a family emergency pop up. Wasn't able to bring my equipment. We're working with wireless mics and my phone camera as well, and the iPad instead of screen recording. So shout out to the editor who's actually putting my stuff up on the screen so that you guys can see it in the meantime while I'm dealing with this family emergency. For those of you that are being impacted by Hurricane Milton, please be safe. I know Furia's head coach right now, JMeyels, is going to be in the area. We hope all is well. We hope all will be well at the end of this. And obviously, make sure you take care of yourself through all of this. Now, first off, we had some drama not only with Jen Burton days ago about visas and going on with the BLGS and how will this affect things. We kind of just considered, online, not that big of a deal because they're already playing scrims online. Well, that might not be the case. Just recently, we actually had a situation where Jen Burton came on to say the first tournament might be chalked for him as he's dealing with visa issues. Well, lo and behold, it seems like that will be the same case for pro player Zer0, or at least could be a possibility. Here's what Hal had to say about Zer0 and their current team situation with visa issues for BLGS. Roll the clip.
Oh, we better be homeless.
It should be fine by the time I go after Japan.
Thanks.
Do you have to go to like Australia, like an appointment thing for it, or
Yup.
you don't think it's gonna happen while you're in Japan?
No. Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying if you have an appointment, like you have to go get your visa. Like, how does it work? I don't know how the visa works.
I have to go to Japan, come back, get it, wait like 5-6 days, 4 or 5 days, and then they give me a passport back.
And so you wait, what? You have to wait 4 or 5 days for your passport?
Yeah.
How the f are you in the U.S. for BLGS?
I have to wait for it.
You're not gonna make BLGS
He'll be like cutting it close, I think.
because it's only 4 days until BLGS after Japan.
It's 4 days.
Yes, because we get back on the 14th or the 15th, basically, from Japan. It's the 10th to the 14th, and I think we get back at 10 p.m. on the 14th. Like you'll have literally like 4 days basically until BLGS starts.
BLGS is the 19th? Well, that's day 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many days? Is it 3 days? 3 days, right?
Yeah. 4 apparently.
4?
Yeah, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd.
That's it depends on how many people sign up, for sure. It only depends on how many people sign up. I don't know like how it works if we play with somebody else the first day and if we have to play with that person for the rest of the days.
No, you don't.
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that would be insanely brain dead, so...
Why doesn't it make any sense for them to give you your visa and then you have to wait 4 days to get your passport?
No, they like take your passport to put it in your visa.
Oh, and they
To put it in your visa, and then they send it back to you, ship it back to you.
okay, well, you're then.
Yeah, I need to figure out what...
Yeah, we also need to find a sub. I don't know if you have anyone to ask or we should tweet out or something, because probably we'll need.
It's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough because it's Pro League and CC teams in this.
We just ask like his Watson or something. I don't know. Wait, maybe we can ask. Wait, isn't Skittles or sub lead? Maybe we ask Skittles.
Oh my god.
Skittles. Definitely ask Skittles.
Now, that most definitely was not the only conversation regarding BLGS. Just recently, we obviously had our scrim results, and then what was to follow with the news behind BLGS was quite concerning for some. So the dojo started us off with a really big win. Obviously, they've been super consistent as of late, looking really good. LG in second, Dragons in third, Furia in fourth, right? We've talked about them being very consistent and one of probably the best E-District teams out there. Liquid Alienware in 5th, Bleed Esports, Flat, Cloud9, Phoenix, TSM, Thuggets, Free Agent, Stallions, Team Falcons, still struggling, not necessarily having crazy performance. Durags in 15th, Oblivion, Yup, NRG, Twerkaholics, and Broskis all in the top 20. Well, here's kind of the drama that's been behind this, right? Furia has been doing good, but it seems like some pros are frustrated with maybe the format of the BLGS, and that's where we go to Reddit comment that was basically put on blast by, the competitive Apex Reddit thread saying, what is going on with the conversation between Madness and NiceWigg about BLGS, right? NiceWigg being involved in this one, saying it's kind of difficult to follow what exactly is happening, but Madness had some criticism, obviously, about BLGS, and Wig seems upset. I mean, he said, quote, if you don't like it, don't play. Go stream ranked for 4 months. Obviously saying, look, I'm just trying to bring some content in the offseason. At least I'm bringing something. At least we're trying, right? At least there's something out there. And if you don't like it, go somewhere else. Don't sit here and complain to me when I'm trying my best to put on an event so that you guys have something to do during the offseason. this is what the commenter got from all of this. Pros are upset due to no POI draft, right? POI draft is something that was heavily criticized when it first released here for ALGS, and they're like, oh, it's never going to work. We need to get rid of it. That's BS. What's the point of having a good POI if it's just going to be based on the sense of a draft? There needs to be some sort of skill level to get to that, right? The best team in the world can contest for that. And so, they were upset at first, but now it seems like they love it. Now they're mad the BLGS doesn't have a POI draft. And so that's one of the frustrations. Pros were also being frustrated that a BLGS was an open tournament, but every esports has an open tournament. And on top of that, you already have a closed tournament or pro-only tournament with ALGS. The BLGS tournament was a way to incentivize, hey, you can still come do your thing, but just know we're giving everyone equal opportunity. It's a wide open tournament, so it's not only content for the off season, it's not only a way for you to come still make more money, but if you are the best, just come simply be the best. But now that when people are in an open style bracket tournament and you get upsetted by a team that you never heard of and it seems weird, whatever, obviously it causes for some frustrations. There's some other points to be made in that, but this is some of the pros' frustrations with BLGS. And lastly, there was something about scrim quality being low and low viewership as well. But at the end of the day, look, I mean, you should expect slightly lower viewership. It's not the ALGS. It's not as much money. The BLGS at least is still something. I mean, if it wasn't for BLGS, what would you be doing during these scrims or tournaments that are upcoming? You would probably, not be doing anything Apex Comp related at all because there's such a big off period, such a big off season. How would you trial or test these roster locks that were so important just a couple of days ago? Or weeks ago at this point? You probably really would have appreciated a BLGS so that you can trial and test these rosters that you were looking at. Now, some of the comments were very consistent with what we've seen with the casual community compared to the pro community, right? First one being pros complaining is probably the most consistent part of the game. Obviously, on this channel, we're more pro-oriented. On my main channel, we kind of, take a look at both perspectives and sides. But I do think that it's very obvious the casual players think all the pros do is complain all day long, and that's literally all that they're known for. So this is definitely one take that you saw in the comments. Another one was pros complain about scrims being dog before doing the most brain-dead sins only to get waxed and sit in spectator mode, and then cry and complain about how every team but them is selling and scrims are dogs. So it's another one of those scenarios where it's like you can always say, oh, it's the other team's fault. They're playing so stupid. They're being rewarded for their stupidity. But how long can you go with that excuse until it's just, okay, well, maybe they're just outplaying me, right? So that was another comment that we were seeing. And that is the single most important thing of what NiceWigg and Greek are trying to do here with the BLGS. It gives you something to do. It's not perfect, but it is something that they are putting on despite all this. And then on top of that, where's been all this complaining about Challenger Circuit? Because it's basically the same format as what CC has been dealing with. Now, I guess you could say the pros are understanding of what Challenger Circuit has been like and how frustrating it may have been for some of those people that have the same perspectives as you. Despite all of this, I think it's interesting to see the way that this actually goes. Will there ever be any change? How much will the BLGS adapt? Challenger Circuit adapt? ALGS maybe even make changes in the future? Obviously, I think one change ALGS may be looking to make the BLGS currently has are all the maps that we're currently trying, and maybe they will add E-District in there, replace Storm Point, or replace World's Edge, and we'll see obviously what happens. We'll keep you up to date here on the ALGS channel. Of course, like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things inside of the world of Apex Legends esports news. We may be back in the main setup tomorrow, maybe back on the phone, but let me know what your thoughts are and any worries about the Falcons potentially missing BLGS and their Zer0 IGL not being accounted for, as well as Jin Burton for Team Dojo. Let us know down below, and until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.